CYA. So after getting sentenced, they got me going to the reception, which is Norwalk SRCC. That's my reception YA I went to and shit. And immediately over there, I could tell the difference right away. There's a lot way more violence and shit. Cause in Silmar Juvenile Hall, I only had like at least like 20 fights over there or some. But like in CYA, in span of 2 years, I had like over 100 fights. So it's like a huge difference. It really is the gladiator school, though. You know what I mean? As soon as you get in there, people lace you up. Your peoples, your basically it's what happens, right? You go in there and then they don't mingle you right away with the population. They take you somewhere else different, and then they lace you up. They talk to you about the rules, the little kid rules that they got over there, which is you can't say certain words, otherwise you'll be cracking ears, you'll be busting ears, and you know you can get put on the light. In which, in my case, I got put on the blood light on the bloods because I said something about BK, in which you can't. You can't say a letter that has a K afterwards. Even if you're in school, the teachers tells you, for example, to spell book, and when you spell book, it's BOOK. Well, first of all, you can't say a K after a letter, because whatever that O after that K, whatever whoever's gang starts with that O can take off when you're just based on you said K after that. And you can't say the letter O. That's how petty it is. You can't say the letter O, because like O is like moaning, and that's some gay shit. Whatever, it was like that already. You know what I mean? And there's fuck. There's a lot of shit. So, anyways, so they lace you up first. They don't mingle you right away with the population. They tell you this is the rules. This is how it works. This is the phone. This is our phone. We only use it this time. This is the microwave. This is everything. Because you're going to fuck it up. You one fucking... You crack ears, you say the wrong word, it's going to fuck everything up. And from what I remember during those times is that somebody calls you out, any disrespectful words, you got like 3 seconds to take off. If you hesitate and think about, oh, should I take off or not, or whatever and shit, they're going to drop your level quick. Don't even bother taking off anymore because they're just gonna drop your level quick. Like, oh, they called him a bitch and he didn't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? That's how it works over there. And then when you come back from school, because you know those are kids. We still go to school. We're like underage and shit. When we go to school, we come back. You always gotta check your fucking locker. You know what I mean? You gotta check your locker. Count every stamp you got. Count fucking every soap you got. Because if you don't, and then something's missing and you just accept it, it's gonna happen again. And if something is or missing, or something does fucking, you know, that wasn't there and shit, you gotta go to the day room real quick when everybody's there and you gotta throw a fuck. You gotta be like, you gotta say, hey, day room, check game. Whoever took my shit, fuck your dead ass homies. Use a leva with the woo woo woo. You gotta do that, because if you don't, then they gotta know you're a bitch. And then after you do that, whoever took your shit secretly could either rank it and not say nothing about it, or they could stand up right away and say reject. That means whatever I said, that he's rejecting it, and now we gotta fight right away immediately. That's how it works. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different fucking world. You know what I mean? It's like you was gangbanging on the streets. And then, you know, on the streets, you don't really see each other and shit. You'd be lucky to catch your enemy, and then, you shoot at them, you stab them, whatever and shit. But in YA, it's like you put everybody from the streets, and then you bring it to a little place like this when you're all together, and there's no escape. You all gotta fight each other every fucking time on site, you know, to those who can relate, to those that's been to YA. So, in my case, I was charged as an adult, so my YA number was E0158. And I wasn't catching time. You know, they said, the counselor said, oh, you think you're getting away, but your points are adding up. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about everybody else, YA, that was here, the regular YA numbers. They're catching time. Every time they fight, they get caught fighting, because, you could fight in the opens, you could fight in the blinds where you can't get caught. They're catching time left and right. 3 months here, 3 months here for a riot, for getting caught with weed. They were catching time left and right, and I wasn't. I got caught with weed. I got like hella times. They trying to take my visits away. Fucking, I got hella write up. It accumulated up to like 100 points, you know, until I turned 18, from 16 to 18. You know what I mean? But I didn't know at the time. I was fucking you know, I was getting wilding out. My mindset during that time was dark. It was like it was all violence. It was all war. You know, this is where I learned how to use a pack. Uh, when you put your, when you put your fucking Irish Spring or Dove soap or whatever fucking soap you got put in a sock or a battery, and then you use that as a weapon. I did that. I was chasing the police when I had that shit. You know what I mean? I woke up one day on the wrong side of the bed, and this fool, for some reason, I felt like he was attacking me personally and shit. Like, go to bed or something. I'm like, what? Fuck you. And then I took the sock and I chased that fool. He was running. He went to the office. I was fucking hitting the office, intimidating him, hitting the, you know, the office window with the thing. Get out of there, bitch. Those are little kid shit. You know what I mean? It was wild out. This was the jungle over there. You know, but it's either gonna make you or break you and shit. A lot of them fools, they weren't mentally strong enough. Of course, they were kids. They break it down and they just drop out. Guys, they announce like they just want to go home. They don't want to bang anymore and shit. And then what they don't know is they become more of an open target. And then now that they're not affiliated. They don't have friends. They're by themselves. They can actually catch more time and get more time. You know, that's how YA was, and I was getting like hella riots, like 9 riots, like in YA, and some of them are 2-on-5, 2-on-3, 3-on-5. You know, luckily I had the homie Blue Dog from Asian Crip, big ass body, but he's like half black or something. You know, he got a good record. He never lost a fight over there. And when me and him together, we was fighting like the essays during that time, and fucking there's always more of them, but we was hanging. Because they're gonna, if it's in the opens, and you know, they're gonna stop it anyways. You know, the police eventually they're gonna go over there. All right, knock it off, guys, and fucking mace all your motherfuckers. Just trying to dodge the mace. You know, you get hit one of those, your eyes fucking. You know, once you get your visibility taken off, then you're gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean? But that's CYA for you right there. It's the gladiator school. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's different. After 2 years, I finally turned 18. That's when they sent me to Tracy reception. It's a reception. It's also a level 3 or level 2. That was my first prison that I've been to and shit. And I remember in the holding tank, I was intimidated. I was like, oh man, what am I doing here? Just like old people, big ass motherfuckers. Cool thing about it is when they first put me in the holding tank, and it was just like in the movies. There's this big ass black dude, big ass fuck, hella intimidating. And this fool looks at me. I'm 18. I'm a little kid. This fool looks at me. He said, "Oh, you know, where'd you come from?" I came from the Y and shit. Oh, all right. Welcome to the Pinta. I was like, all right. And then I didn't know if it was gonna take off of me or trying to fucking, you know, because this is a whole different world. But CDC is a whole different world. You know what I mean? This is where I pretty much grew up, from a little kid to a motherfucking man and shit. Just imagine that. You know what I mean?